Hey friends, I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm glad that you are tuning in to this video today, our read aloud for today. So we were reading our book titled Reptiles, and in our last reading, or in our reading, we were able to learn a little bit more about reptile skin, and we learned they have scales for many different reasons. I thought that that was just so interesting, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about their skills. So I went and I was doing a little bit of research, and I actually found a book that I wanted to share with you titled Why Do Snakes and Other Animals Have Scales? So we're going to read a little bit more about scales, learn how maybe they're even more helpful, or maybe some other animals that also have scales. So let's get started. Why do snakes and other animals have scales? I see here that we have a table of contents. And even though I am interested in scales, I didn't want to have to read the entire book to get some of the information I wanted. So if I just want to know how scales help to protect animals, I don't have to read the whole book. I can actually just turn to this chapter, turning to page 10 right here to learn about that. And look, they even have a section on how scales help animals catch their prey. I might want to read that one too. It sounds kind of interesting. So let's turn to this page. Ooh, how do scales protect animals? Take a look. It has some animals here. And I guess these are examples of some of the animals that have scales. So, crocodiles have hard, bony scales on their backs. Their scales are like a suit of armor. Snakes have thin skin. Their tough scales help to protect them from bites, bumps, and scratches. Some fish scales are smooth and covered with slippery slime. This helps fish escape from predators. Interesting, see? So not only do reptiles have scales, but other animals like fish also have scales. Can scales help animals catch their prey? Shark scales are like tiny, sharp teeth. They make shark skin feel very rough. The scales move slightly when the shark swims. This helps the shark swim fast after its prey. Wart snakes live in the water. They have rough, pointy scales. They help the snake to hold on to fish that it catches. That is so interesting. I think that's just so cool. Well, that's what we're going to read today. And now I'm going to give you some questions. I want you to try and answer these questions for me, okay? I'm going to try my best to write them on here, okay? So, question number one is what, ooh, what two animals did we learn about that have scales? So, again, what two animals did we learn about that have scales. And then question number 2 is, what would, oh, oops, I'm forgetting how to spell, my friends. What would happen to these animals if they didn't have scales? So again, what would happen to these animals if they didn't have scales? Those are your 2 questions for today, okay? What 2 animals did we learn about that have scales? And what would happen to these animals if they didn't have scales? Now, I have your writing prompt for today, Thursday, and your writing prompt is Thoughtful Thursday. Ooh. Why do giraffes have long necks? Why do giraffes have long necks? Now remember that we are answering in a complete sentence. So here's an example of how your writing should start. Giraffes have long necks because, and then tell me, why do you think giraffes have long necks? I can't wait to see your writing. I can't wait to see your answers. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Bye, friends. Until next time.